The Eurasian hoopoe is a colorful and distinctive bird species that belongs to the family Hoopoidae. It is widely distributed across Europe, Asia, and parts of North Africa. The name hoopoe is derived from its distinctive call, which sounds like hoopoe. The Eurasian hoopoe is not considered globally threatened, and its population is relatively stable. However, like many bird species, they face threats from habitat loss and degradation, as well as pesticide use impacting their insect food sources. The most prominent feature of the Eurasian hoopoe is its large crest, which is fan-shaped and can be raised and lowered. The crest is often displayed when the bird is excited or alarmed. The color of the crest is usually a combination of black and white with some reddish-brown tones. The head of the hoopoe is adorned with a mixture of colors. The forehead is reddish-brown, which extends into a dark line across the eye. The area around the eye is pale, and the throat is a lighter shade of reddish-brown. The back of the hoopoe is cinnamon brown, while the wings have black and white stripes. When the wings are folded, these black and white stripes are noticeable. The secondary flight feathers have a bluish tint. The belly of the Eurasian hoopoe is a pinkish buff color. The hoopoe has a relatively small and compact body with a rounded appearance. The legs are relatively short and sturdy, designed for perching and hopping on the ground. The feet have 2 toes pointing forward and 2 pointing backward, a typical arrangement for perching birds. The average length of an adult Eurasian hoopoe ranges from about 25 to 29 centimeters from the tip of the bill to the end of the tail. The wingspan of a hoopoe typically measures around 44 to 48 centimeters from wingtip to wingtip. The weight of an adult Eurasian hoopoe usually falls within the range of 46 to 89 grams. The most distinctive and well-known sound of the Eurasian hoopoe is its hoop call, which gives the bird its name. It sounds like hoo-poo or oo-poo. This call is often heard during the breeding season and serves as a territorial call and a means of communication between individuals. Hoopoes may emit soft, melodic chirping sounds while foraging or when interacting with their mates and offspring. These gentle chirps are part of their communication repertoire. When agitated or alarmed, hoopoes may produce a rapid series of chattering or rattling sounds. This vocalization is often used as a warning signal to other members of the group or potential predators. During flight, hoopoes may emit a sharp, metallic tink-tink sound, which is believed to be a contact call used to stay in touch with other members of the group while on the move. Hoopoes are primarily insectivorous birds. They have a distinctive foraging technique known as hooping. They use their long, slender bills to probe the ground and search for insects like beetles, ants, termites, and caterpillars. Their bills are well adapted for extracting prey from crevices and soil. One of the most striking behaviors of the hoopoe is the display of its crest. When the bird is excited, alarmed, or engaging in courtship displays, it raises and fans out its crest, making it look even more impressive. The crest display is a common sight during mating rituals. While hoopoes are generally solitary outside of the breeding season, they may be seen in small groups during migration or in areas with abundant food sources. Hoopoes are known for their sunbathing behavior. They spread their wings and tails and expose their backs to the sun, possibly to remove feather parasites or to regulate body temperature. The Eurasian hoopoe is a migratory species in many parts of its range, undertaking seasonal movements between breeding and wintering grounds. The average lifespan of a wild Eurasian hoopoe, Hoopoe pops, is typically around 5 to 7 years. However, individual lifespans can vary, and some hoopoes may live longer or shorter lives depending on factors such as predation, disease, food availability, and environmental conditions. In captivity, where hoopoes are provided with proper care, nutrition, and protection from natural threats, they can potentially live longer than their wild counterparts. In such controlled environments, hoopoes may reach an age of 10 years or even more. Hoopoes feed on a wide range of insects, including beetles, grasshoppers, crickets, ants, termites, caterpillars, and other small arthropods. They have a specialized foraging technique called hooping, where they use their long, slender bills to probe the ground and extract insects from crevices in the soil. In addition to insects, hoopoes also consume earthworms and insect larvae, such as those of beetles and moths. Hoopoes are known to include spiders and other arachnids in their diet, adding to the variety of invertebrates they feed on. While insects are the primary food source, hoopoes may also eat some fruits and berries when available. However, these plant materials are not a significant part of their diet. The breeding season for hoopoes typically begins in spring. During this time, male hoopoes engage in elaborate courtship displays to attract females. These displays may include posturing, crest displays, and vocalizations. The male may also offer food to the female as part of the courtship ritual. Once a pair has formed, they work together to find a suitable nesting site and construct the nest. Hoopoes often nest in tree holes, crevices in walls, or even abandoned woodpecker holes. They may also use artificial nest boxes. The female is primarily responsible for building the nest while the male assists by bringing materials. The female lays a clutch of 4 to 6 eggs, typically 1 egg per day. The eggs are usually pale blue-green in color and have a smooth surface. Both the male and female take turns incubating the eggs. The incubation period lasts for about 15 to 18 days. During this time, the parents share the responsibility of keeping the eggs warm and protected. Once the eggs hatch, both parents are actively involved in caring for the chicks. They take turns feeding the hungry nestlings with insects, which form the main part of their diet. The chicks grow rapidly, and the parents work tirelessly to provide them with enough food. The chicks fledge, or leave the nest, after about 21 to 25 days. At this stage, they are still dependent on their parents for food and protection. The parents continue to care for the fledglings for several days after they leave the nest. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for even more viewing pleasure. Don't forget, like and comment. Feel free to share.